Hey, it's OhYoNameTaty back again with another video. In today's video, we will be doing the review to The Flash Season 7, Episode 5. Let's get right into it. First of all, I want to say that I did not want to watch this episode. It was very scary. It was very triggering. I'm not a horror person. Like, I don't like watching. I don't want to be surprised. I like surprises when they good, like food and stuff. But I don't like surprises meaning like, bitch, I don't want to have a jump scare. I don't want nothing looking at me. Because I like to sleep. Because I remember as a little girl, my auntie, she had a big plasma screen TV. That's when plasmas was like, you know, okay, this was like 2003 or something, or 2003, whatever. And she had a big plasma TV, and she had to watch me, so I was over at her house. And then, like, she was like, oh, okay, what you want to watch? What do you want to watch? And I was like, oh, I don't know, like, something, like, I don't know, you know. Cause she had cable. And she was like, okay, well, she showed me how to do it. She was like, okay, just click on whatever you want to watch. And so my dumb ass saw Chucky thinking it was Rugrats. I said, oh, Chucky got a movie. Just a dumbass. Chucky got a movie. So I clicked it because it said Child's Play. Chucky, Child's Play. And I was like, oh, Chucky got a movie. Yay. My dumbass clicked it. That's all she wrote, okay? And everybody's probably like, well, why you didn't change the channel? Because my auntie came in the room and she was like, oh, you're watching Chucky? I love this movie. Yeah. So we had to watch it. I was scared for like 3 days straight, just not sleeping, just wide awake. I'm wide awake, like, terrible, right? So I did not want to watch this because I don't like scary stuff. So it starts off with Cecile, and you know, how do I say this without being rude? I just don't find... Okay, let me say this. I feel like, why is Danny Nicolette the only one doing jump scare scenes? Like, so far it seems like she has the most. Like, Iris ain't never scared. She ain't never backed down to nobody. Surprisingly, Caitlin ain't never been scared, where she just, you know, scared shitless. Cisco, you expect him to be scared, and it's comedy relief. But it seems like Danielle Nicolette is the only person who do jump scare scenes where she's screaming. And it's just not believable. Like, I don't know what it is, girl. I don't know what it is. I just be laughing. And mind you, the scene was scary as hell. Like somebody just sitting in the corner, post up like, what it is, ho? What's up? You know, and she just like, and then it's just like when she starts screaming, I be like, oh my God, girl. Like, I get it, but like, oh, please, just you know? So after the scare jump thing with Cecile, it goes to Team Flash and Star Labs, of course. And Barry and Iris, I don't even know what they doing. They didn't really get a lot of screen time together this episode. But I'll talk about that later. So yeah, Barry and Iris is in the cortex or whatever, and they talking. And then Cisco's like, oh, Caitlin's back in the house. Boots click clacking about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 11. I'm sorry, I've been watching too much Drag Race. And she was like, okay, Caitlin, whatever. Caitlin come in, and then Killer Frost come in, and I swear to God, that whole scene was like a Nickelodeon sketch. I feel like I was watching Nickelodeon TV show. Yep, that's exactly. Like, I was like, what the is this shit? Like, I heard they had Nickelodeon writers up in there. What? That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true. It's probably not true, but it definitely felt kiddish watching that. Watching Killer Frost doing her shoulders. Like, I don't know what the, I don't know. Girl, they just ruined. Killer Frost is supposed to be sinister and evil, and mean and snarky and sarcastic. They got this bitch. If she shimmy her shoulders one more time, I want to kick her in her shin. Because what the hell is that? And then she was like, I told you they would be speechless. And then give me my money. And he give her $20. Girl, get the girl. So this means Danielle Panabaker get more screen time because she got to play 2 characters. When they already got Chester and Allegra as full-timers. Who is getting the screen time? And that's why we haven't seen Jesse L. Martin, because everybody else is getting screen time. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the main issue. Y'all got too many people. That's why everybody can't get screen time. And then they trying to give something everybody, trying to give everybody something to stay. Like, yeah, what? Barry? Like it's so like, oh my God. Like in this episode, for instance, when Iris didn't really get a lot of screen time this episode, which I was okay with, and you could tell that they just needed her to give her something to say in the scene because she hasn't said anything for so long. So she just said, Barry. The Speed Force is taking on the form as Nora Allen, and Michelle Harrison is back, and I love it. I'm living for it. I always loved Michelle. She always do her roles right. You know, she come in, she act, and she leave. So I'm glad that
they always go back to his mama. Like, wouldn't he feel some type of way?
I know, I would think that, but I guess because he's seen her so many times that he's gotten used to it. Because the Speed Force has showed up in season 2. Did they show up in season 1?
No.
She's been showing up, the Speed Force, as you know, Michelle has been playing the Speed Force since season 2.
Okay.
So I feel like he should feel some type of way about it, but I feel like because we've seen Michelle play the Speed Force so many times that you kind of used to it by now. Maybe that's why. I'm not sure. So of course Grant with the acrobatics, you know, he's athletic and he jump over that fence and catch a girl. I was very impressed, but he, you know, Grant's always been doing stuff like that, so it's norm. So Barry is finally acting like a leader, doing his own thing, not needing nobody. But yet, I still kind of want to see the dismantle of Star Labs. Like, abolish that shit. Break it down and stomp it out. We finna jump that hoe. I'm tired of seeing Star Labs. It was great seeing Barry get to do his own thing, but in the same breath, I'm tired of seeing Star Lab. Like, I really am. So finally we get a Joe and Iris saying that he act like he ain't missed a beat. He act like this bitch ain't been gone for 3 months. Like he just like, she over here trying to, you know, girl, it was just so, why didn't we realize that Joe was a terrible father? I am so sorry that I missed it. Like, Joe is a terrible dad, but he love him some Barry Allen.
That is true.
He love him some Barry, but other kids.
With Barry, but not so much with the other kids.
I know. He just like, damn.
Where am I going?
Winko. Where the hoes go? Yeah, so we finally get a Joe and Iris scene, and it was nice to see, but right. I bet you. Never mind. Let me shut the hell up. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Because that writer's room tells it all. Look in there for yourself and see what the end is gonna be. Because, you know, when I write, those of you know that I write the story Love Island, right? When I write Barry, I'm definitely writing him as a black man. And I don't mean to. I really truly don't mean to write him as a black man. But because I'm a black woman and I have experience in everyday life, a black man from my father and my brother, not that I'm writing their experience, but I have experienced them and me being black, so that's how I write. I don't know how to write a privileged white man. I don't. And that's why representation matters on screen and in the writer's room. Okay? That's why it matters. Because I'm writing Barry like he black. Like, girl, you better sit your ass down. Let's stop playing. What white man you know besides Tom Hanks' son saying that? Get the fuck out of here. And I always, you know, at first I didn't have a problem with it in season 1, but when we got to season 3, I was just like, why aren't they talking about them being an interracial couple? Like, it's very big. Like, let's not act like Shonda Rhimes didn't put interracial couples on the map. Like, let's not act like Scandal wasn't that big thing. And then all of a sudden everybody wanted to do a black woman with long, pretty, luxurious, straight bone hair with light brown to brown skin and put her on TV with a white man. Let's not. But they don't want to talk about it, girl. And then Eric talking about in season 6, talking about, yeah, we're gonna talk about Barry and Iris being in. Why? Cause Cecile made candy corn and some yams in the first episode, bitch. What does that have to do with interracial? Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. Stupid. Just, oh, it make me mad. So Barry and Cecile had like what, 3 scenes together, and I'm like, I get it, but why?
I don't even remember those.
Exactly. But I get it, but why? You know, like, I understand Cecile has, you know, powers that are kind of, you know, she has, psychic powers, kind of. I get why we needed her this episode. I get it. But the only reason why I have a problem with it is because they have not established a relationship with Cecile and Iris as a stepmom to Iris, therefore a son-in-law to Barry. Like, that's not that relationship. That is not the relationship at all. Actually, we don't even know what the hell the relationship is because they never even talked about it. I feel like Cecile should have been that mother figure to Iris, knowing that they did Francine so dirty, knowing that they was like, oh, Francine's a crackhead and now she died of cancer. Oops, she dead. They did that character so wrong in so many ways. We got to see Cecile in season 3. I think she became a full-timer in season 4, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was season 5. Season 4, when Cecile got pregnant, should have been the establishing the relationship between Cecile and Iris, therefore establishing a relationship with Barry. Not this whole getting powers when she get pregnant, just to find a cop-out way to beat the villain. Then the whole have the baby and you don't see the baby in Never Land. The baby over there in Wisconsin. The baby at Disneyland. The baby in Narnia. The baby in Wizard of Oz. Easing on down the road. On the yellow brick road, bitch. So they want to make this show so family friendly, but don't do no family shit.
Kid friendly.
Which is family friendly, yeah, but don't do no family shit. Like, it don't make no sense to me, girl. Oh, this is family friendly, but they show Savitar stab his whole knife in Barry's chest. From the back, too. From the back. Y'all see my dimple? From the back. But it's family friendly, but they don't show nothing about family. When Cecile got pregnant, that baby should have been at all the functions. Barry and Iris should have been preparing themselves for children by babysitting Jenna. And I understand the baby gonna change from light skin, dark skin, brown skin, tan skin. I understand that because, you know, babies be growing at a fast pace. But girl, that bitch don't with Team Flash. That bitch don't Starlab. They abandoned her. She is living her best life and not in Central City. Well, basically what I'm saying is there's no foundation to any of the characters that came after, what, season 2. So even though Cecile's been there since season 1, she was just a reoccurring, right?
Yeah.
Now she's a full-timer. But there's just no foundation built. Like, you know, we saw Cisco and Barry become best friends over time. We saw Joe become an outstanding parent to Barry over time. We saw Caitlyn. Anyway, so Barry, you know, he goes and he fights the Sage Force, and, you know, the Sage Force gets the best of him, of course, and he sees Reverse Flash and Savitar. So those are his worst, those are his, like, biggest foes, I'm guessing, because he didn't see anybody else but Reverse Flash and Savitar, which means that, does that mean that he's still carrying around the weight of Savitar's existence? Is it safe to say that?
Barry's carrying on the weight of the world.
Yeah, but he specifically saw Reverse Flash and Savitar. Not Zoom, not Devo, not Cicada whack ass. He saw Savitar and Reverse Flash.
True.
So, is he... of course he could be still afraid of him, but like...
He, you know...
But what is Savitar's...
That was very scary.
What does the vision of Savitar mean? What does that mean? Like, I guess Reverse Flash, like, he just keep coming back and stuff, even though he dead, he just keep coming back. But Savitar has been gone since season 3, so I don't know, maybe I shouldn't think much into it because the writers don't, they just be putting stuff just to put it, so maybe it's nothing. So after Barry got stabbed, Grant Gustin made sure, y'all seen him with his shirt off. I mean, oh my God, he made sure y'all seen how long it took him to put that shirt back. It took a good like 10 seconds for him to put that shirt on. And back in season 1, when he was like, lightning gave me abs, he quickly put that shirt on. And his body looked good to me right there. And in season 4, when he woke up out of his sleep, because Iris was downstairs writing an article, he had his shirt off right there, and he quickly changed into a whole ensemble. Sure and I thought he looked amazing right there, girl. But this time around, he was like, nah, y'all gonna see this progress. Y'all gonna see these arms. Y'all gonna see this wide chest. He looked good. He looked good, girl. That's all I gotta say. He looked good, and he know he looked good, sure and he feels good.
How about that?
That's it. So Killer Frost's vision was Caitlyn. It was Caitlyn. Why'd you do that? I'm sorry. It was Caitlyn calling the cops on her, girl, so she could go to jail. That was her greatest fear, was Katie turning her back on her and sending her ass to jail. Cisco's vision was of Camilla getting hurt, but I don't believe it. I don't know. I just didn't believe it. I just didn't believe it to be true. I don't know. Maybe that was just me. But did you believe when he said, yeah, I saw Camilla and she was hurt? And I was just like, but did you? But did you though? Did you? I just didn't believe it. I'm sorry. And then Barry was like, they was like, what did you see, Barry? He was like, it's not important. Right. Don't tell them shit. So Killer Frost and Caitlyn have a heart-to-heart. Caitlyn calling her sister and shit, and I was like, sister? Is this new, or have y'all been calling each other sister, just not on screen? Like, I don't, like,
wait a minute, you ain't even supposed to be up in here.
Yeah, he not supposed to come that way.
Oh my God.
Actually, yes he can.
Oh.
Yes he can. But still stupid ass bitch. Is that Subway? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they calling each other sister, and I'm just like, but are you though? Like, I don't know. I just did not believe it. Like, when did these hoes ever relate as sisters? Like, first of all, Katie didn't even want you there all of season 3, all of season 2, 3, and 4. Then she got used to your ass in season 5 and y'all leaving each other post-it notes. Then in season 6, it was nothing but really Killer Frost. We barely saw Caitlyn. Now all of a sudden in season 7, y'all sisters. Girl, make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then on top of this, these bitches is hugging. But I thought no touching. I thought that was no touching.
They were the only ones hugging in the...
Like, I thought no touching for anybody. Not that we want to see anybody else touching anyway. But I thought no touching. That's all I got to say on that. So Barry comes up with the bright idea for Cecile to use DeVoe's chair to win the day. Smart, and it worked. I'm glad Barry came up with his own solution. So while Barry was you know, he was like, I'm not afraid anymore. I have courage. Hope can fail me now. I am yours and waiting. That has nothing to do with courage. I just wanted to sing Anastasia. I don't know. See how I get easily distracted. Anyway, yeah, Barry was stuck in the division. The guy was like, "Oh, I'm finna get your ass." And so Barry saw Cisco dead. He saw the Speed Force dead, and then he saw Iris off in the cut dead. And then all of a sudden, everybody started getting look at this mother all in our lane. And then he saw everybody coming up, Cisco like, "Oh, I'm dead," with you know, and then the Speed Force was like, "You killed us, Barry." And then Iris Iris was over there two-stepping in her Jordans. She was like, Iris was over there crip walking like, wipe me down. Wipe me down. Wipe me down. I mean, I was like, why is Candace doing the most? And it just makes me, it was scary in the moment when I thought about it. I was like, why is Candace always doing the extra stuff? Like it's like in season 3 with the duet episode. Like nobody else had an accent but her. Like Carlos was trying to do an accent a little bit, but nobody really had an accent but her. Like, girl, you know you could just talk regular. She was like, accent! I want to do the accent! And we was like, okay. And now she over here crip walking where everybody else was just being normal. I swear Candace be going an extra mile for y'all fans. She be doing the extra for y'all. Like, oh, y'all want me to play that and then rise up? Okay, I'm gonna do exactly that. Hold on, let me get my sneakers and my knee pads out, cause I'm finna give y'all a walk. So when Barry was fighting the Sage Force, he was battling, and Iris gonna say, "Oh, you kill me, therefore you kill our children." Children, because the Sage Force is just like the Speed Force, which means it's all knowing. Which means it's all knowing too, bitch. So the fact that the Sage Force or wherever the hell he was said children, they know. I'm echoing where?
Yeah, you echoing this.
I'm that loud?
Yeah, girl.
Well, roll out the way that kid. I'm sorry.
Everybody gonna be in our conversation now.
But the fact that I need to go home. But the fact that but the fact that so the Sage so it's canon. They gonna have more than one child. It's canon, cause it said children, and Nora, who is the Speed Force. I just want to call her Nora so bad. The Speed Force said that the Sage Force is just like her. Then the Speed Force is all knowing. So the Sage Force is all knowing, which means children, which is plural. It gotta be canon.
Praise the Lord.
That hoe is having twins. She better not have one and then the other. I don't want that. Give them both to her. Barry, crack her eggs in half and make 2. How about that? And I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see them play Scrabble and then she be like, oh my God, you got me pregnant. You know, I can't wait to see it. I can't.
The way you said it though, sister.
That's what's gonna happen. So Iris was barely in this episode. I think I remember Candace in like, well, she was in like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 scenes. And you know what? I hardly even remember or even cared that Iris wasn't in this episode, because the episode was actually pretty decent. And the reason why and I don't mean that as offensive, meaning I don't care, meaning that usually Barry and Iris together or solo is holding up the episode. And the fact that Barry was able to hold up an episode by himself, I was very pleased by that. Because I didn't miss seeing West Allen. I didn't miss seeing Iris. I'm glad the scenes that she did get, but it wasn't like, oh my God, this episode sucks, they should have had more Iris. I didn't feel that way. I felt like the episode was decent with her having minimal screen time. I was actually proud of them for that, because usually it fucking sucks. So after defeating the Sage Force, or we don't know if he fully, we don't know if it's fully dead. Well, it ain't dead, but we don't know if it's fully defeated. Barry got, he have a big brain fart, girl. I don't know. I hope they explain it, because my ass was slow. My ass is slow, and I ain't know what the hell was going on. He just started having, you know, his brain starts short circuiting, and he had a brain fart. Shit, I don't know what happened, girl. Watch yourself. And so Barry was like, I gotta go into Kiana, stop laughing at me. And so he was like, girl, I gotta go in the he said, I gotta go in the cryo machine. And Iris was like, Barry,
you're gonna die.
No, she didn't. She said, no, she didn't. She said, Barry, you're gonna go in the coma. And he was like, I have to do it. And he ran up in there. And then when he got in there, the Speed Force came out. She finally woke up. She came out. And she was like, she was only talking to Iris, girl. She wasn't talking to none of the rest of them employees. Sure, she wasn't talking to the rest of them 9-to-5s. She was talking to she was talking to Iris. She was like, oh, this is mother. I'm talking to mother over here, okay? She talking to a boss lady. That's what she was talking to. Cisco was trying to ask her questions. She was just right to Iris. I was like, that's how you clear a bitch. Okay. Don't talk to, they're beneath, okay? And so she was like, oh, they're just like me, and they, you know, and they hurt me and everything, and I'm so weak, and Barry's weak too, and da-da-da-da-da. And so, like, I'm glad to see Melissa. I really am happy to see Melissa. I always liked Melissa as Nora, and now she's playing the Speed Force, and I'm just glad that she's getting more speed time. I'm glad that she's getting more camera time, because I always felt like, you know, they show her, like, once every blue moon in each season, and that's it. Like, I'm glad that she's getting finally getting a reoccurring role in a season. So this lady from Gotham wants to arrest Killer Frost for all the bad that she did in season 3, and I'm like, okay, go ahead, get her. Like, did they honestly expect us to feel, like, sad for this whole, like, did they want us to feel bad? Like, oh no, like, no, go ahead, get her. Go get her, girl. And she like, oh, you really want me to go get her? Yeah, girl, what the hell? We ain't stopping you. She like, I thought you guys would put up a fuss. No, girl, we ain't putting up no fuss. Go get that hoe. She was over here working for Sabotage, girl, just being rude to everybody. Go get that hoe for what she did. We don't give a hell about that heifer. Go get her. Put that bitch behind bars. I ain't on a roll today. I don't know what energy drink I took. I don't know what I took, but I'm just on a roll. I'm just funny as fuck right now. I don't know. So overall, this episode was like an 8 to me. It was better than last week's episode, in my opinion. It's my opinion, sister. You know, it was better than last week's episode to me. I really enjoyed it. I love seeing Michelle Harrison. I love seeing Grant with his shirt off and his big ass, everything. And I say big ass in a big way. I ain't saying, you know, because, well, y'all knew that already. I love seeing Candace doing the crip walk. I love seeing Killer Frost putting behind bar. I would love to see that. I really enjoyed this episode. And for us not to get heavily on the West Allen, I really enjoyed this episode, hands down. Yeah, me too. So yeah, overall, it was a good birthday. It was good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and out.